All right, this is the a third attempt for this. This is the 11th round of the PCC Trucks Series at Richmond Raceway. I've had some issues getting this up and running, but I think we're good now. Now that I've done approximately 4 or 5 things to get my game to cooperate. We're going to go and do pre-qualifying first. Just 41 trucks for 40 spots for this one. So we'll have 13 trucks going for 12 spots. We're at Richmond BBMC night. And we're going for 140 laps when we do get to that. There are no cup regulars in the field. It's all truck and lights regulars, and 2 of our truck regulars, Joey Anderson and Colin Kaiser, are in Daytona for the NAC race. They're on the Daytona road course this evening, so we have fill-ins for those. Mike Rutkowski will be on the 23, and in the 92 will be JP Sweet. Charlie Faulkner Racing does not have any of their usual drivers in this field, as they're either in other trucks, in the case of James Beverley, or in Daytona. So Andy Lambert Racing is fielding a third entry, which is going to be the first truck out on track. That is for Chase Mayer, who's in the 85 for this race. A race that he otherwise would not have been able to start. It is also his home race. So Chase Mayer, first truck out on track. And expecting to see the truck that most people have circled on the entry list as the DNQ is Jethro Jarvis. But we'll see what happens with that. Trying to qualify are Kurt Merritt, Fergal Sheedy, Jethro Jarvis, Aaron Woods, James Beverley back in the 35, Famano Ella Elatoa, Toby Davidson, Billy Ray James, Entity Brown, Fred Jones Jr., Chase Mayer, Lilin Otari, and Daniel Bouchard. Sheedy, James, and Jarvis are all attempting to make their first starts of the season. So 2 of those 3 are, or possibly all 3, are going to have the opportunity to do that. Early on, Chase Mayer sits at the top of the time charts with a 21.733. First of 8, now 10. And James Beverley takes that spot by half a second. Beverley, his teammate in the 35, sitting, I believe, second or third in the points. I'll have to check that real quick. But he is quite high in points right now. Beverley sits second in points, 31 points back from your point leader Estelle Mira, which is more impressive because Beverley has had to qualify for every race this season. He's been between the 35, the 85, and his own 12 truck, which has shown up twice this year. Right now, top 10 with 11 minutes left is Beverley, Mayer, Toby Davidson, Fred Jones Jr., Fergal Sheedy, Lilino Atari, Aaron Woods, Daniel Bouchard, Famano Ella Elatoa, and Entity Brown. Billy Ray James sits 3 1,000ths ahead of Kurt Merritt, and out by over a second is Jethro Jarvis. Kurt Merritt's been struggling this session. See if he can improve his time. Jarvis sitting in the pit lane right now. Yeah, it's Kurt Merritt. He really just backed up that turn. Struggling to get to the throttle. Just not a great showing today. Billy Ray James in the 51 is sitting 11th right now, actually beating the 8. And there we go, the 8 finds a groove and goes up to 11th. But he's still only 11th of 13. Should be more than safe though. As Billy Ray James sits exactly 1 second faster than Jethro Jarvis. At the top, James Beverley has cracked into the 22nd bracket. He sits over 4/10 ahead of Toby Davidson, who has taken 2nd away from Chase Mayer. Fred Jones Jr. sits 3rd. Mayer 4th. Fergal Sheedy up to 5th. And that's Daniel Bouchard in 6th. Billy Ray James does one better. He increases his time by 1/10 to a 22.476. I also believe that is within 110%. Uh, 110% with this is 23.043. So that's definitely within. You can see just how much faster the 35 is. There's Jethro Jarvis, who's out for just his 6th practice lap of this pre-qualifying session. See what he can throw down. And it's nowhere near where he needs to be. Keeps it out of the wall in 1 and 2. Trying to keep pace with Billy Ray James, who washes up the track. He's going to be on the bottom. And this might be a decent lap out of Jarvis. It is at 23.246 as he closes within 8/10 of Billy Ray James. Still got a lot to gain though. I think if he keeps Billy Ray James to his outside, he might just be able to James into the wall. It's back to the throttle, and that's a 23.1. Within 7/10, but slides up the track and gets tagged by James and is going to go spinning into the wall. So much for that. Fergal Sheedy's struggled to make races this season, but looks like he's going to be able to squeak into, well, not even really squeak into this one. He's sitting 5th. Pretty comfortably in the show here. So Joey Torgeson's going to have himself a teammate in the race. Fred Jones Jr., who's got a couple, I believe, top 5s, at least a couple top 10s to his credit this season, sits 3rd, and he goes a little bit faster that time. To a .430. Entity Brown, who is supposed to be running up in Canada. Jacob Miller is going to be taking over this truck for that race. So Entity Brown's schedule is getting pared down a little bit more. They've struggled to make races this season, but they're going to qualify here today, unless a miracle happens and the 3 trucks slower than them run faster. And the only one who might be able to is Kurt Merritt, but he's really, really not looked up to form this week. Still going to qualify, but it's not been pretty for the 8 truck. He jams at the bottom there. Oh, this lap might be... No, that's not a decent lap. Sends it into turn 1, nearly hits the wall. This truck is all over the track. But he still runs faster, 22.109, still doesn't crack the 21-second bracket like the 10 trucks in front of him have done. But it's something. Okay, carries some decent speed through there. That's a 21.6, which puts him up to 8th place. Backs it way down. Just no consistency from lap to lap with this 8 truck. Always been a strong qualifier, but never really seems to practice well and can't seem to get much going in the race, but he can qualify well. As James Beverley, I believe the only driver within 1 race of Estelmira. Yeah, it's nearly 1 race back to James Beverley, and then over a race, nearly 2 full races back to John Jefferson in 3rd. So right now the championship sits between Estelmira and James Beverley, who, as I've mentioned before, has had to qualify for every race this season. Nearly had some bumper tag there with Kurt Merritt. As right now, 3 minutes to go, and Jethro Jarvis is on the outside looking in by a little less than 7/10 of a second to the next slowest truck, which is Billy Ray James, who's about 8/10 back from Aaron Woods. Aaron Woods is only 1/1000th behind Lilin Otari at a 21.683. First to 11th are separated by 7/10 of a second, and that's another 8/10 from Woods to James, and another 7/10 to Jethro Jarvis. With how James Beverley has been running between lights and trucks this season, you'd be surprised to know that he actually hasn't been in any rumors as far as moving up to Cup is concerned. But if he helps Syzygy Engineering lock up that promotion spot, I believe he would be going to Cup with that team. It'd be his second full-time shot at Cup. His last one was in 2016, which didn't go particularly well. Wait, no, that was last year. That was 2017 with Lambert Motorsports when he was... he didn't make it the full season, so second time might be the charm. He was forced to drop down to lights and trucks, but he's clearly honing his craft here. Top 5 in both lights and truck standings. So we'll see what the future holds for James Beverley and JBev Nation as they cheer on their driver here today as he leads pole qualifying with just 1 minute to go. Jethro Jarvis did improve his time. I can't seem to find him. Okay, there he is. He did improve his time to a 23.056, but could not crack the 22s and couldn't get close at all to Billy Ray James. So in about 30 seconds, we can officially confirm that Jethro Jarvis will be the DNQ. And with that, Jethro Jarvis will be the lone DNQ for this race. And I just need to save this. And I'll put the right Daniel Bouchard car in for the race. It'll be good to go. And launch better cautions. Well, at least we're getting the crashes out of the way now. I hope. Fingers crossed. (140 laps, double foul restarts, and yellow flags. So we'll get this underway. My pick for the pole is, I'm actually going to go with Zach Meyer this time. So we'll see what happens.
Drivers, to your cars.
And James Beverley's on the pole. Zach Meyer ended up 6th. Beverley wins the pole by 2/1000ths of a second over John Jefferson. It's a 20.680. Which puts the 110% at 22.748, which Billy Ray James clears. John Kirkpatrick runs a 23.000, but the check cleared. So he'll be starting this race.
Drivers, to your cars.
Good qualifying efforts by Jason Masters in 9th, Jamal Schmidt in 10th, Chase Mayer 13th, Ian Sacco 15th. JP Sweet on debut qualifies 17th. Well, we got a bunch of rookies starting this race. And green flag is in the air. So we go for 140 laps here at Richmond. Beverley brings the field into turn 1 out of turn 2. And we're clean through the first 2 turns. See if it stays that way. We're right at the back of the field with John Kirkpatrick, who is hanging with the field momentarily. That looks like 4 wide. That's Zane Cordola. And we have a crash. Oh my goodness. That's Chris Washer up and over. Rich Roy pushed him into the wall. Got hit there by Aaron Woods. It's like Lewis Jones involved, and then he tips over onto his lid. Entity Brown gets hit. So does Kurt Merritt. And we're under caution. Missed the pass for the lead. John Jefferson got underneath James Beverley and took the lead. We don't have any trucks out of this yet. Chris Washer probably will be dropping out. Kurt Merritt still sitting on pit road. That's a bunch of damage from that truck. Let's see if we missed anything. No, just coming in and getting service, and there he goes. .906 is the first retirement from the race. Not surprising, considering that car went barrel rolling. Troubles for the 8 continue, as now he's got a coolant leak. So we'll be seeing him back on pit road here. And the 8 truck is already 1 lap down. Hi, Rain. Hmm? What did you say?
I said I joined at the perfect time, I see.
So this truck was involved in the first caution, lost a lap on pit road, and now has a coolant leak.
Fun.
Here, I'll show the first caution again. One barrel roll. Yeah. I'll call that half a roll.
And a roof spin.
Well, if we get another caution right away and Kurt Merritt's not involved, he'll be back on the lead lap.
That's a lot of ifs. I'm going all in.
Also, Kurt Merritt was arguably slower than, like, Billy Ray James or Jethro Jarvis, but then pulled a good lap out of his ass and ended up, like, 6th or 7th in pre-qualifying.
So the ratings are perfect, what you're saying?
Yes.
Fantastic.
No 2 laps are the same. John Jefferson took the lead from pole sitter James Beverley just before the caution, and he'll be leading the field back to green. And it's Jefferson, Beverley, Merritt, Davidson, Burton, Zach Meyer, Dan Leckleiter, Prince Tlass, Pluto Belushi, and Toby Davidson in the top 10. Pace car lights are off, and we're going to go back to green. I believe Kurt Merritt will be the one truck starting on the inside here. As here he comes.
He has never done so many overtakes. It's not really overtakes, but still.
I want to note, Merritt has the second slowest, fastest lap. That truck has, I think 100 qualifying, but he still only qualified 37th.
It'll only go as fast as it'll go.
Green flag. Let's take a look and see what happens with Mr. Merritt. Oh. Really hesitated to jump on the throttle there. And that's another caution. And it looks like Caitlin Tannerhill is done for the day. Why did that happen? It looks like Eric Dyson sent it in on Jamal Schmidt, pinged down into Zane Cordola, and spun up the track. And Caitlin Tannerhill just wrong place, wrong time. Awa wah. But good news for Kurt Merritt fans, he'll be back on the lead lap after that. We missed something else. Well, Joey Torgerson will keep going. Kurt Merritt gets the wave around and will rejoin the lead lap. So, Rain.
Hello.
The picture that I put in NR 2003 General.
Yeah.
That is most definitely a thing. You know how I put in those values for like the how you can see the suspension like collapse?
Yeah.
That's that jacked up to an absurd level.
Ah. That just looks like something someone would make like a bronze statue of.
I know, right? Oh. I hit the wrong key. And I forgot which... Okay, there we go. Got it. Maybe? Be me, hit wrong buttons. There we go. So we are down to 38 trucks with 13 laps in the books. 2 trucks out due to accidents. And fastest lap is currently held by Estelle Mira. Now joining the top 10 is Jason Masters, who had such a good run at Mansfield earlier in the year. He's sitting in the top 10 right now. This would be his second top 10 of the year. Also up there is Chase Mayer in 12th place. Oh no. No trucks off the lead lap, so we're starting single file all the way through the field, which is probably a relief. As it doesn't look like we're going to have too many slow trucks at the front that'll jam up the field. We should possibly set up for a nice green flag run here. Oh, minus John Kirkpatrick starting 29th. But they'll get that sorted out, right? Green flag. As Jefferson's pulled a gap. It's like everyone got through pretty clean. Jefferson got his first win in the last race at Ocean State. Looking to go 2 in a row here today, as his lead sits at 6.87 seconds. Estelmira up to second place, making a move on the inside of James Beverley. That is the battle of the title contenders, as Estelmira sits 31 points ahead of James Beverley. He's done everything he can this season to try and stay in this title. Oh my goodness. And Estelmira seems hell-bent on trying to put everything in his way, including Lucas Davidson. That wasn't cool. Well, looks like Davidson sent it in, started to lose the rear end, slid up into Mira. That put all 3 trucks into the wall.
Kinda lost the rear end. Mira caught it.
Mira, here, let me help you. You lost your rear end. Let me grab it for you. And tire down on the 35. Unsurprising, considering he got shoved into the wall. Hey, Jared.
I saw Dyson was caught up in a wreck. Is he out?
Oh no, he's still going.
Harlow, buddy. I just woke up like a little over a half hour ago. I had a rough last night at work.
64 is done. Engine damage, 0.798. But they're... Wait.
What?
I'm confused.
Lucas Davidson must have heard you, Mike. I'm not out of this race yet. He must have heard you.
Well, we'll find out here pretty soon. I guess that engine issue just didn't count. Or we'll find out on this restart when Davidson starts on the inside. Oh boy. Jefferson leads, then it's Mira, Burton, Sloss, Lecklider, Toby Davidson, Jason Masters, Fred Jones Jr., Zane Cordola, and Ian Sacco in the top 10. No Cup guys to dominate this race, so We'll start seeing some of the regulars near the front of the field. Should be getting green next time by. Pace car lights are out. Dyson is 33rd. But he did pit.
Looking up the Arkansas River.
I might hire Dyson for the 8.
I'm totally fine with that. I'm with Eric Monaco.
Hmm?
I'm on Monaco's team for Arkansas.
Oh, Dyson is?
Oh, I am.
Oh.
Dyson's still free agent, but if you want him with Syzygy Engineering, go ahead.
Green flag. Oh, Davidson.
They're full fucking sending it into the corners.
Send central.
Davidson wall holding up everyone else.
Well, he slides to the high side to let his brother go.
But not Fred Jones Jr., the intergalactic racing champion.
That's a bit of a pinch there on Jason Masters. Toby Davidson into the wall.
Is that Chase Mayer in the Faulkner truck I see there?
Yeah, in the Crypto Spire, in the 85.
I was gonna say that's the Faulkner truck, isn't it?
Yes, but it's being fielded by Andy Lambert Motorsports this week.
Okay.
The Faulkners are in Daytona right now.
Right. I would assume NAC Lime Rock race has already been run because Mason crashed out of that one.
Oh, contact. That's Mayer around in front of the field. Everyone misses except for Entity Brown.
Mayer just got sent to the 10th paradigm. Dyson, what are you doing?
I think he panic lined. That's Mayer and Brown done.
Yeah, Mayer got sent to the 10th paradigm with that.
Let's take a look.
Or wait.
Sent up the track and clipped.
Yeah. The 23 sent the 85 up, and DeSanta just had nowhere to go, and
Matt Tauger clipped him, and everyone missed except for the 65.
Aaron Woods with the good wreck avoidance in the 31.
85's done. 65 is done. 64 is back on the lead lap. So I'll put everyone back on the lead lap with 36 cars, or 36 trucks left. And we're running lap 30 of 140. Dan Lecklater is going to take the lead. The rest of the top 10 is Robert Burton, Bluto Belushi, Wallace Turner, Jason Masters up to 5th. Then it's Zane Cordola 6th, Jeff Hansen 7th, Jamal Schmidt 8th, Toby Davidson 9th, and Jack Hansen is 10th.
Okay, interesting headlines I found on J-Ski. I'll just let that be.
Oh, Daniel Suarez.
Yeah, and some sponsored dingers running at Sonoma called Big Sips.
Hi, Nikki.
It
Hello.
I think after doing everything that I did last night, we might finally be stable. I think Reshade was the last big one.
Oh, and expect to see LeVar Scott make his Xfinity debut in a couple of weeks.
For who?
Alpha Prime.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Scheduled for 2 races at least.
Yeah, Mike, I have a bit of a headache, so I'm not gonna be completely with it.
Oh, all good.
I am just trying to run the season finale of ours tonight, so I can scratch one thing off.
Fergal Sheedy with a coolant leak, making his first start of the year. And Leckliter's going to bring the field back to green. With Robert Burton in second. That's Bluto Belushi in third, Wallace Turner in fourth, and Jason Masters P5. Fergal Sheedy's going to rejoin the field at the back. Get out of the pits in time, fix that coolant leak, but Leckliter leads the field down, running, going to be taking lap 33 of 140. Green flag. And Robert Burton's looking to the inside already as Leckliter swings it wide. Leckliter fighting back on the outside. Burton's got that low line. And I think Leckliter might hang on and lead this lap, but Burton still has the preferred line on the bottom. Burton slides it in, that's contact. Still side by side. Burton peeks and nose ahead. And he might have just led that lap. By 3 1/1000ths, yes he did. But Leckliter takes the lead back with a powerful drive on the outside. We had a restart violation from Famanu Alatoa. As Leckliter clears, Bluto Belushi moves up to second and is trying to pull Wallace Turner there up to third. Honda's working together at the front, even though they're not teammates. Still trying to pull some manufacturer games. As Wallace Turner makes a move to the inside and moves up to third. Take a look at Jamal Schmidt back in 5th place, easily the best run of his career. Jamal Schmidt from the NAC ranks moved up to run trucks full-time and struggled early, but he's really shining here today. Suspension damage 0, okay. As Leckliter leads by nearly half a second over Belushi, Burton, and Turner, with Schmidt in 5th, Davidson 6th. Zach Meyer has driven up to 7th place. Jason Masters in 8th, Zane Cordola 9th, and Mike Rutkowski making a move up into the top 10. Slides a bit high, but James Beverley is going to sneak by both of them and rejoin the top 10. Yeah, Beverley can just keep his truck on the bottom like no one else can. Oh my god. Woo. Kirkpatrick nearly just got sent to God there. Cooper, the check cleared.
Okay, good.
So Beverley's truck is a little crinkled.
A little bit.
Some creative aero going on there.
We have a 3-wide battle for the lead. And we're under caution. Oh.
Oh no.
We're
We
stacking them
got-
up.
We got big junk in the back straightaway.
Oh no.
Merritt felt lonely.
What happened?
First off, oh, Dyson did it. God damn it. Another person got sent to the 10th paradigm. While DeSanta got sent to the 11th paradigm.
So 4 wide. Sacco into the wall. Jack Hansen and Chris DeSanta. Dyson slows down, but
Tari,
Lilin
in the back.
Otari and Joey Torgerson and Lewis Jones don't. And neither does Aaron Woods, or Fergal Sheedy, or Famanu Alatoa.
Jeez, what ARCA breaks tonight?
Then Kurt Merritt felt lonely.
That's like at least 10 seconds since the caution would have come out, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like, gotta use the brakes.
Oh.
So judging from the fact that we're doing this today and what I read in the thing, we've had some computer fun.
Oh yeah. I think we're good now though. 8 dropped out because he was overheating.
When we get to halfway,
Chill out, Sweaty.
Would just suggest
Oh yeah.
saving everything you need to as a precaution.
Torgerson's out. .31's out. 86 is out.
I didn't see what the
13 and 81 are out.
I didn't see what the first few cautions were for, but this race looks marginally cleaner.
It is marginally cleaner. This was by far the biggest accident.
I saw it on the stream on my phone. Washer only had one too many Red Bulls and flipped over.
Yeah, washer flipped. Excuse me?
You're excused.
Excuse me?
That was the same thing with fucking Davidson. Like, what the hell?
Give me 1 second. Who was the leader? Lecklater. Well, welcome back to the lead lap, John Kirkpatrick. He's got his best career finish, best season finish. Well, this is an interesting top 5. We've got Robert Burton, Wallace Turner, Jamal Schmidt, Toby Davidson, and Zach Meyer in the top 5. Then it's Mason Yokoyama, Jason Masters, Matt Tauger, Mike Rutkowski, and Jeff Hansen.
I thought Kirkpatrick was gonna hit the pit wall when you waved him there. That would have been funny.
We're down to 29 trucks. After that last accident, took out 1, 2, 3, 4, 7.
I was thinking Kirkpatrick was gonna pull a Prince to loss from last season.
Somehow Lucas Davidson is still going. Lewis Jones is also still going after that.
Billy Ray James up to 23rd place. positive developments.
He got his best career finish in this race last season. He finished 12th. So that's
If things keep going, might match that.
well, the hope is we'll get a green flag run once they all stop wrecking. The racing here is legitimately good when they stop wrecking. It's like I've kind of turned this into Grand Detour. That was just a bad place for a wreck. Well, the good news with all the adjustments I've made, I'm not dropping frames, which means that NR's not eating into the data being used by OBS. So that's good. Green flag. Burton leads the field down, slides wide. Wallace Turner going to take the lead on the bottom, but he's going to slide up and open the door for Jamal Schmidt. We're 3 wide for the lead, and Jamal Schmidt's going to take the lead and lead his first ever Truck Series laps, I believe, under green flag conditions. But here comes Zach Meyer on the bottom of that 3 wide, and he's going to shove his way up to second place, or at least try to. Mike Rutkowski around in the background. And done for the day, and up and over, and oh my goodness.
Bye,
Oh, here.
Kirkpatrick.
By a lot of trucks. Rutkowski made contact there with JP Sweet, got hooked by Lucas Davidson into the wall. Fred Jones Jr. involved, John Jefferson. That's Daniel Bouchard, Prince Tlas, Chris DeSanta, JBev Nation gets involved.
J-Bev Nation, sit down.
And Fergal Sheedy and John Kirkpatrick are also done. Was Lewis Jones in that? No.
Nope, he was in front of it.
Welcome back to the lead lap. This is gonna be like one of those like late 2010s Texas races where like 22 trucks finish. Jamal Schmidt at the front of the field, as looks like Zach Meyer pit. Schmidt's gonna pit this time and hand the lead back to his NAC compatriot Robert Burton. Let's get that 59 back up and around. Oh no, he's in pit lane. Okay, we'll get to that later. They tried.
Dead.
Engine. Jesus. Look at that engine damage. Just one.
That's-
Engine damage, yes.
Engine totally kaboomed.
It did what happened. It did Paul Tracy's engine at Fontana in 2000, where just the entire engine cover exploded off the car and brought a caution out.
Yeah. We're down to 22 trucks. That 28th I still believe is Kirkpatrick's best finish of the season, or close to it.
I think he has like a 21st or something.
This year?
But I think so, but
His
it's not far away from that.
his best career finish is 18th in the first ever truck race. This season, I think it is 28th. He's still trying to get in. That'll put us to 21 trucks.
So much for this race being marginally cleaner.
It's alright. We're short track racing.
It's just short track racing.
It's just short track racing. It's just like a couple big wrecks that trimmed the fat off the meat.
Made it very lean.
Green flag.
I've been listening to this one AC/DC song for the past 3 days now.
Which one?
Realize?
That was a really wide turn by Robert Burton, but he maintains the lead with Wallace Turner in second, Toby Davidson in third, fourth is Mason Yokoyama, fifth, Jeff Hansen.
I like the marble graphics up close to the wall on this track.
It's a nice touch.
Yes. Can't think of very many other tracks that do that.
Woo! John Jefferson split that 3 wide. And made it work. I think Rich is pit glitched. Burton leads over Turner. That's Yokoyama. Estelmira making a move up to fourth. I'll keep an eye on the Rich situation. Sorry, Rich.
Hang on, okay.
I'll
was
keep
gonna
an
say
eye on it.
Yeah, they pitted him the last time in. That does say 29, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he might be pit glitched.
Shit posting whenever you can.
Robert Burton leads over Wallace Turner. Estelmira's up to third, but under threat from John Jefferson and James Beverley. Here comes Zach Meyer as the fast cars are finally showing up. Gotta say, Wallace Turner's having a great race.
Drink.
Normally don't see him this far up towards the front, but he's having himself a hell of a day. Is making that, like, mid to outside lane really work for him. Turner's holding on to second and holding off a bunch of faster trucks behind him. Actually, he's gaining on the leader, Robert Burton. So looks like we're under caution again. I wonder what for this time.
Wasn't me.
$35 engine issues. Okay.
And so much for Jamal Schmidt.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Well, it could have been worse.
50 came down, and he was sliding up.
That
Yeah.
looked like, what a chump! 5-time chump, yeah he is! I got your number! That's exactly what that looked like.
God, I don't think people rag on Danica for being bad at intentionally wrecking people. I think people forget how bad Jimmy Johnson was at that. He was catastrophically bad at that.
At
Yeah,
intentionally wrecking people.
Yeah.
yeah, but keep in mind that Jimmy Johnson's got 7 championships, so he could have,
Yeah,
they could
that's so-
overlook it.
Yeah, I just think that's funny.
James Beverley, I don't think will be contending for the win for the rest of the race. Wallace Turner's out there driving like it's Carson Lambert in the car. Oh, I guess they're halting damage repair. They're still not gonna beat it. Yeah, Masters is gonna fall a lap down. Wave 64. 'Cause he was not involved. That's a wrecked bucket. I will preemptively save. But I think that the culprit was indeed Reshade.
Mm-hmm.
Good evening, Vietnam. Oh wait, what for the crashing?
Yeah.
Oh. So
Wow, so they're just... They've tried halting damage repair twice now. Hi, Casey.
what? Sorry.
I said hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Ian Sacco was in one of the two big ones.
Burp.
Hey.
I guess they're trying to halt damage repair... wait, what?
Again?
140 second... 147 second pit stop. Let's go. Can Blood exit second gear? Oh, he doesn't have to.
Just make it back around so the lap count can be nice.
Your top 10 is Burton, Turner, Meyer, Jefferson, Mira. Then it's Yokoyama, Lecklater, Toby Davidson, Bluto Belushi, and JP Sweet in 10th. As Jason Masters just barely caught up. Just in time. Okay, bye Wallace Turner. As soon as he hit the outside lane, that truck just withered and died.
Dead.
Where did he go? Oh,
Marbles are not a tasty snack.
guess it did more than wither and die. Rude.
Sir. There is a car there, my guy.
Well, Jason Masters gets 1 of 2 laps back. We are officially at halfway. Nikki, I'm gonna try and not, like, encroach on Arse.
Understood, thank you.
When are you putting the server up?
I usually do it about 7 Eastern.
Oh, we're good then.
Yeah.
Yeah, this race is not going to take that long.
Oh, he
You
said
say
it.
that now.
He said it. It's going to.
I think we can go caution free.
51, coolant leak.
I don't know if the hit was entirely necessary, but gotta throw that in there anyway.
Billy Ray James, sitting P16. I'm just gonna leave that out there. He's guaranteed a top 20.
I love a silver lining.
And Jason Masters will be 1 lap down. And if he gets another quick caution, he'll be back on the lead lap. And then we'll have no one starting on the inside, which hopefully means we're not gonna wreck right away. Wallace Turner on that restart sniffed the outside lane, and that truck immediately withered and fell back to like 8th. And then he got wrecked.
Oh.
Chloroform. He sniffed it, he died. Well, he did chloroform.
Shout out
Wrong
to Zane Cordola and JP Sweet, 9th and 10th. Robert Burton kind of looking like he might win this one with this speed. It would be his 2nd career truck win if he could, but he's up against Zach Meyer, who is still searching for his 1st win to become the 9th triple threat. Yeah, he's been trying all season. And this is probably the best run he's had, minus Chicago where he finished 2nd. Going green this time. We've got John Jefferson in 3rd, Estelle Mira in 4th, and Dan Lecklighter looking for his 2nd career win in P5.
2nd career. You mean 2nd and 3rd career wins in the same race?
No. I have not completed a race, thus he has not won an additional one.
He'll find a way to make it work. He's immune to logic.
I beg to differ.
I dipped to beggar.
Where's Jason? Okay, you're just gonna start back here then. Okay, that actually works. Perfect.
How many green flag, but how many cars we got left?
20.
7.
This is everybody, okay.
This is everybody. The racing is legitimately good. It's just they're still a little wreck prone.
It's alright.
Zach Meyer takes the lead. Stop the count. Get him out of this truck. Zach Meyer being a better Nick Bishop than I thought than Nick Bishop was. I thought Bishop was last season. I thought Bishop was gonna be in this truck for like the whole season, and then he won at Mansfield. Meyer trying to power by on the outside, and he'll lead that lap. But Jefferson on the bottom, still trying to make it work. Maybe a little bit of contact there, which slowed up contact in the back between Toby Davidson and Bluto Belushi. There was contact between Jefferson and Meyer, which means that Jefferson slides back and Meyer gains sole control of the lead. Your top 10 is Meyer, Jefferson, Mira, Burton, Lecklater, Yokoyama, Toby Davidson, JP Sweet. Bluto Belushi is battling there for 8th, and Matt Tauger sits in 10th place, which I believe would be his first top 10 of the year. Heh. Billy Ray James has been on the lead lap this entire... He has not lost the lead lap in 82 laps. That's actually kind of impressive. But it's because we've been so caution-filled. But it's still kind of impressive. Battle for second. Estelle Mira moves to the bottom on John Jefferson. That truck has seen better days, but Mira's going to complete the pass and move up to P2. Billy Ray James, being a gracious backmarker, got out of the way of Meyer. We'll see what he does when it comes to Jefferson and Mira. Jefferson back on the bottom. And he's going to use the 51 as a pick and shoot past the 37. At least the 51 stayed out of the way. He didn't go high, but he at least left the bottom groove open. Lead stands at 1.1 seconds. Hi, Woody. My dog came in. One point two.
Wait, Woody's your dog?
Yeah, Woody's my dog.
How's he been in Discord all these years?
Gap is 1.3 back to John Jefferson, as Zach Meyer has been gaining a 10th a lap. It's going to be a while until we see more lap traffic. As we hit lap 87 of 140, it's Meyer, Jefferson, Mira, Lecklater, Robert Burton, Mason Yokoyama, Toby Davidson. Matt Tauger is up to 8th, and that's Belushi and JP Sweet. Zane Cordola sits 11th. 12th is Steve Hansen. Jason Masters is driven up through the field, despite being a lap down. Steve Hansen 12th, Wallace Turner 13th, Jeff Hansen 14th. Jamal Schmidt 15th, Jack Hansen 16th. That's James Beverley and Lucas Davidson, the last two trucks on the lead lap. I think we can go caution free.
50 to go, 5-0. You got this.
This is officially the furthest any of my races have made it. Actually, we might end up seeing Billy Ray James again before we see the back of the field. If Zach Meyer wins here, I need to figure out who I'm going to put in this truck next. Because he will have triple threaded out of the system.
Oh, is it? Is the rule once you triple threat, you're out of it? You're out of it?
The 33?
Yeah.
Yeah, the goal is to get, like, drivers...
Get drivers to be a triple threat. Okay.
Yes. I could... Oh, I know who I could put in here. Because he's got a cup win, he's got a lights win. Bryce Tanner needs a truck win.
Oh my god.
Bryce Tanner, come on down.
Well, that's if Meyer gets the win.
Yeah, he's still got a way to go yet.
This is also the truck for the NAC scholarship.
Oh.
So the likes, Billy Ray James blocking John Jefferson as he goes 2 laps down. Jack Hansen, caution, Wallace Turner. As Turner is the first one lap down, there will be no lucky dog. Actually, you know what? No, that would be James Beverley. I'm gonna give it to J-Bev. Let's see what happened. Just slid up the track. That was a supernatural looking caution. I kind of liked that one. Welcome back to the lead lap, James Beverley. That 33's had a solid race. Gesundheit?
Thank you. Yes, and thank you.
I'm about to hit lap 100. I'm so glad I've stabilized this. Yeah, I've got a page on the wiki that's all like devoted to triple threat stuff.
Oh.
It is called Triple Threat.
I was not aware of that.
There are 8 of them, and they are Andy Lambert, Brian Jeffries, Alex Phillips, Jeff Fisher, Nick Bishop, Cale Bernhardt Jr., Sam Smith, and John Jefferson. They're the
Aha.
eight drivers who have won in all 3 series.
And there are 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. $18 drivers that have 2 of the 3.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait a minute. I got an idea for the truck.
What?
Michael Grant.
I could do Michael Grant.
He needs the truck.
He might get the call on some road courses. Like, Burlington and Canada.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think I'll stick Michael Grant in there.
Yeah, let me see. Truck. The people that are missing the truck are Justin King, Donnie Olson, Zach Meyer. You may get it today. Isaac Michaels, Nick Cordovos, Sam Burkhart, Tom Wilson, Ben Worthington, Michael Grant, as we mentioned, and Bryce Tanner was also mentioned.
So, King, Olson, Korodovos, Burkhart, and Wilson are in Europe right now.
Okay, so they will not be going truck win anytime soon.
No, not till they get back. Green flag. Whew, Wallace Turner. Oh, we're wrecking.
And Bobby B and Billy Ray James.
What happened back there?
Good question. Oh, that's what happened. Robert Burton escorted Billy Ray James into the fence.
Well, it looks like Billy Ray just kept pushing up.
Yep, and Bobby B was like, "Get in the wall, kid."
Toby Davidson involved and went around as well. Looks like Jeff Hansen hit there and... Okay. That would put Wallace Turner back on the lead lap. And we're down to 19. From 40 to 19.
They got put in the truck wiggler.
Who did?
All of them.
Oh, yeah.
This is a truck wiggler kind of racetrack.
John Jefferson.
Like the Phoenix doglegs, right?
Go on.
Like the Phoenix dogleg now. It's the race car funnel. You just pour all of the cars in and see what falls out at the bottom.
They're still working on it.
40 went in. At this rate, it looks like a number in the teens is gonna make it out.
Yeah. It's still been a good race, though. The main reason why they're wrecking is because they're throwing it into the turns so hard and sliding up into each other. Trying valiantly to repair the trucks. Going green this time. I'm curious to see how many cautions this is gonna be. Two trucks on the inside. And Meyer takes the green flag, gets a good jump on the outside, and clears Jason Masters with ease, whereas everyone else is going to have to deal with him. Meyer leads by 4.5 tenths. And 18 is back into the pits to repair that damage. And he's going to lose multiple laps in the process. Top 10 right now is Meyer, Jefferson, Mira, Leckliter, Yokoyama, Matt Tauger, Zane Cordola, JP Sweet, Steve Hansen, and Bluto Belushi. Robert Burton into the pits. I think. I don't know how long he's been there. Okay, he took the green flag. And, oh. Pit walled. Let's make that 18. Jeff Hansen's going to come back out on track. And Meyer's having a tougher time pulling away from John Jefferson this time around. Under 30 to go. I think 18 might be pit glitched. I'll keep an eye on that space. '18 is pit glitched. Which puts us at 17 trucks left.
And another one's gone, and another one's gone, and another one bites the dust.
DVP moment.
Yep.
Alright, now Meyer is starting to pull away. Gap is nearly to 1 second. Meyer leads by nearly a second over Jefferson. Then it's Mira. Lecklighter is up to 4th. Mason Yokoyama 5th. Matt Tauger having a very strong run. He sits 6th. That truck is just about immaculate. 7th is Belushi. 8th is Zane Cordola. 9th is Steve Hansen. And 10th is JP Sweet in the 92 truck. Wallace Turner is back up to 11th. That's Jamal Schmidt, Jack Hansen, Toby Davidson trying to rough up his brother who is a lap down, Lucas Davidson, and James Beverley is the last truck on the lead lap in 15th. $20 to go. Or, coming to 20 to go, and we're there. Controversial statement. I think we can go caution free. If we wreck with 17 trucks left, I'm not really sure what to say. Gap is up to 1.1. Just kidding. So, if Zach Meyer does win this, and he becomes a triple threat, there is a small ratings boost that triple threats do get. It's small. It's +2 to all driver ratings.
It's the t-shirt from having been there and done that.
Yeah. It is the t-shirt. +2 to all driver stats. If equipped.
Yeah, like an RPG item, yeah.
And JBev Nation lets Zach Meyer go past. They are former teammates, Meyer and Beverly, at Lambert Motorsports in 2016. Of course, Zach Meyer has come back from he broke both legs in a motorcycle accident at the start of the 2017 season. That's why he missed all of 27, or just about all of 2017. He's come back. Didn't get the cup ride that he was hoping for with Lambert Motorsports, but did settle in at AJ Murphy Racing, where he's run full-time this season, and he's been running most of the truck races for Triple Threat, trying to chase that elusive truck win that's avoided him thus far. But it looks like it might finally happen here today, as we come to 12 laps to go. Gap sits at 1.6, and he has 2 trucks between himself, make that 1.8, 2 trucks between himself and John Jefferson. And look to the inside of Jack Hansen, who sits 13th and is now going 1 lap down. That's 3 trucks between him and John Jefferson. Meyer continuing to put trucks between himself and Jefferson. The gap is at 1.5, as it looks like pretty clear track to the next truck, which is Wallace Turner. He's losing about 3/10, okay, 7/10 a lap. So Turner, I believe, will be caught by the end of this one. As JP Sweet has worked his way up to 8th, we got Zane Cordola in 9th, Steve Hansen in P10. It's been a really impressive run for Matt Tauger, who is actually keeping pace and trying to run down Mason Yokoyama for a top 5 here. Estelle Mira is, despite the battered truck, is going to increase her points lead over James Beverley, who right now sits 15th. I believe she will expand that gap to over 1 race. Gap sits at 2.1, and there are currently no trucks between Meyer and Jefferson. And it looks like Wallace Turner will be caught before the end of the race. Zane Cordola has passed JP Sweet for 8th position. Sweet, the Yellow Line regular and PCC Intergalactic Series competitor, James Punkhead Sweet, is, I believe this is his first truck start. He did make an attempt at Mansfield. I can't remember if he qualified or not. But he hasn't told us where he's from, but it looks like a very strong effort here today, as he's going to try and make a move on Zane Cordola for 8th, as Zach Meyer has dispatched Wallace Turner, as he is coming to 2 laps to go.
He is from the streets. Sweets from the streets. Put that on a t-shirt.
Hansen might end up getting lapped here. Coming to the white flag, Zach Meyer will take it with a nearly 3-second lead. Over 3-second lead over John Jefferson. Puts 10th place Steve Hansen a lap down. But Zach Meyer has battled through adversity to even be at this position through the final turn. Racing redemption at his hand, Zach Meyer will take his first career PCC Truck Series win and become the 9th triple threat. John Jefferson 2nd, Estelle Mira 3rd. 4th is Dan Leckleiter. 5th will be Matt Tauger, who got around Mason Yokoyama. That's Bluto Belushi. 8th, JP Sweet. And 9th is Zane Cordola. Fastest lap will go to John Jefferson, who was the only driver to end up in the 22nd bracket, which he did on lap 16. And now we head to Room of Doom.
Room a la Doom.
Now we see if Zach Meyer truly does become a triple threat.
Oh yeah, by the way, Chase Mir qualified 13th.
Making it my personal headcanon is that Room of Doom is judged by Judge Doom.
Everyone passes.
All right.
Well, join me after Arse as we take the Light Series to Richmond.
Woo.
Yep.